Hello, everybody. Now, Dave Neal here. While we have a lot of sources talking to us about what's going on with Matt James and Rachael Kirkconnell, this People article is the first one where Matt James has actually spoken in his own words with regards to his relationship with Rachael Kirkconnell. So let's get right into that. And if you are new to the channel, please bump your Harrison on top of that like button, if you don't mind, and leave a comment and subscribe if this channel provides you value as we inch our way to 100,000 subscribers. We're a long way away, but boy, do I want that little verification check mark. So here is the article. Matt James says he's pursuing a relationship with ex Rachael Kirkconnell. I'm focusing on it. Do you even call him an ex at that point? It's almost like they just took a vacation. He said I was going to focus on my relationship with her, and that means focusing on it, the former Bachelor tells People. All right, so let's read this article. Let's just break it down. And you know, this is the first time we've actually gotten what appears to be some real news rather than some source telling The Sun. I mean, the amount of times I've had to read articles by The Sun, it's like I've literally had to give up my business degree. Matt James might have found love on The Bachelor after all. Although the reality star revealed on After the Final Rose last month that he and his final rose recipient, Rachael Kirkconnell, broke up after past racial insensitive photos of her surfaced, the two have since been spotted together in LA and New York City. I've seen Rachael a handful of times, James confirmed to People while discussing his partnership with Dick's Sporting Goods for May's National Runners Month. Boy, you just can't get a source out without getting a promo in there. I'm not blaming him for this, but it's just, everything's just, I'm not pursuing any relationships right now outside of that. I said I was going to focus on my relationship with her, and that means focusing on it. Well, I mean, you left us out to dry, and we had to put all the pieces together, Matt James. As for whether James, who's currently training for a marathon, feels Kirkconnell has been doing the work she promised in regards to educating herself about racism, that's something you could talk to her about, the former Bachelor said. A lot of what I'm focused on right now is the work that I'm doing in the community and with the marathon training. It's a good response. Don't speak for Rachael, she'll speak, which means she'll speak. So as she continues to share her platform and, awareness and activism or slacktivism, whatever you want to call it, performative, I mean, it's good. It's good in a way. People say performative is bad. You know, they'll say, oh, someone's being performative. They're sharing a post about the Black Lives Matter movement. And I go, well, it's a start. It's not the full thing, but it's a start for your platform to share. The problem is when people think, oh, I shared an article, I've done enough. It's like, no, put your money where your mouth is. Support causes, boots to the ground, which, I believe she's doing some of that work. The North Carolina native squashed any possibility that he or BFF, which stands for Best Friend for Life, Tyler Cameron, might turn up on the upcoming season of Bachelor in Paradise. There's a negative chance I'll be on Paradise, James said. There is a negative chance Tyler's on there as well. I think we're good on that. People don't realize that watch the show because they go, I turned the TV on, Bachelor in Paradise. Listen, I'm not saying the people that do Bachelor in Paradise are subhuman. I'm saying it's very rare that someone goes from the caliber of Bachelor. You'd have to have bad PR people or just not be that likable, right? Because you don't go from Hannah Brown back to Bachelor in Paradise. Maybe once you get out of the mix and you need to build some more followers and stay relevant, you go back on Bachelor in Paradise. But that's just not how it works. You don't become the star of a movie and then go back to playing the barista. It doesn't work that way. Unless, the world closes in on you and you need to, whatever. But there's a negative chance Tyler Cameron is going backwards in his career. I'd call him an A-lister at this point. I really would. As far as reality TV stars go, Tyler Cameron's an A-lister. If you want to go, maybe he's A-, but he's certainly top 10 of Bachelor contestants ever to be on the show as far as popularity goes and name recognition. All right, tell me if I'm wrong, leave a comment. None of that matters to the article. Just start defending the man. Those abs, though. Boy, geez, I'm eating bread as I watch Tyler Cameron. You want to hate yourself? A lot of women go, oh, we have body issues. Men have body issues, too. You don't think I look at Tyler Cameron and go, turning 36 this week. I even think a toast, I get a carb. All right. Spoke too much. Therapy. James, Kirkconnell apologized in February for the photos of her at an antebellum themed party in college in 2018 and promised to continue to learn how to be anti-racist. James said on After the Final Rose that he wanted to take a step back and allow her to put in that work. The work and reconciliation that needs to be done is work that I can't do for you, he told Kirkconnell, and I know that you're capable of doing it. Hey, in some ways, a lot of people criticize Matt in that moment for saying, oh, you couldn't support her, you couldn't hug her, this and that. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it was a cold moment. But, when it comes to your fight or flight response, he might have walled in and just gone like, oh my gosh, like, they're out to get me, like, Emmanuel Acho, I don't trust anybody, Who's he going to trust in those moments? They've only proven that they're just going to the audience hates him. It's a whole thing. He's got a certain group of people that want him to just speak up for what's right, for what's wrong. The work and reconciliation needs to be done. He said she's capable of doing it. Just being at the center of meaningful conversations, that's what I'm looking to do, James told People. I really enjoyed the conversations I had over the past few months, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to be a voice on important issues. That's where I see my future and where I'm pursuing opportunities. I like that. I'm sure we'll get comments saying, oh boy, he did her wrong or she did him wrong, vice versa. Look, we don't know what happened. We only got to watch a highly edited version and see snippets and paparazzi and Grace and Reality Steve and randomness. But anybody who wants to talk about using their platform for good, I'll give that a follow. We'll check that out. He has lost some followers in the days after the show, but I think that normally happens. And then again, who are those followers anyway? No offense, Debbie in Des Moines, but listen, unless you really love the guy, the follower, it's just dead weight. It's just, just dead skin. Get some loofahs there and scrub that off, Matt James. No offense, Debbie. I'm sure you're fantastic. So somebody sent me this, which is fun. I never felt the need to share it because it's really nothing special, but this was in Venice a few days ago. So that's it. Just a 4-second video of Matt James and Rachael Kirkconnell. And that's for sure. Oh, boys, hold on a second. I just hit a wrong button. So that's for sure them right there. He's in that incognito, overgrown, bushy. She loves him if she's sticking with him with a beard like that. Right, folks? So, anyway, that's her. Believe it or not, I don't know. They're drinking probably $16 drinks as you do in Venice. So what do you guys think? Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Unfortunately, when it comes to media, when people want answers, they'll start reading into different sources. I've been guilty. I've probably flip-flopped my opinion a million times. But here's my advice to you guys. Don't trust me for my opinion. I'm just sharing it with you. You guys formulate your own. I think in the end, when it comes down to love, when it comes down to growth, sometimes you might have to be with the wrong person to find the right person. And maybe they are the right person. I think statistically speaking, they're not going to work out. If we're talking statistics, 29-year-old, 23, 24-year-old, the issues they've been with. Statistically, if you just want to look at the Bachelor show in general, statistically, it's not going to work out. But fight for it. Fight for each other. Fight for your right to party in Venice with a mask on. That guy, one guy knows what he's talking about. And if anyone else wants to send me your vaccine conspiracies, by all means, go take a long walk off a short pier. I got some funny ones. Check out my Instagram. The things people are saying to me. They're saying the Satan. It's a whole. The formaldehyde in the elementary schools, Satan, and the Twin Towers. It's like what is wrong with people? I don't know, folks. But anyway, if you want some real conspiracy, go check out my video from yesterday where I mentioned why Chris Harrison and Lauren Zima are married in a parallel universe due to the Mandela effect. And I cite the Berenstain Bears example. If none of this makes any sense to you, you really, really need to listen. It's quite the expose done in one take. What's that? Okay, Doug the Dove is back, guys. I have it on good account that Doug the Dove is back. If you guys want to join me on Thursday, that's tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'll be doing a special birthday live stream. That's right, your boy's turning 26 for the 10th year in a row, okay? So I'll be hanging out over there, and you can check that out on my YouTube. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, bump your Harrison on the like button, leave a comment. And, I think most of us will agree we wish them well. I mean, at some point, the facts are out there. I'm happy that Rachael and Grace had that conversation they had, and she's able to take all the information she has, make a decision, and pursue love. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing for them to fight for their relationship. You know, one can hope that they're both standing strong and with who they are. God knows they've gone a long way in the last couple months. They've been under the microscope of the national media, and in some ways they are coming out on top. Let's see if he's on top of the situation, and hopefully they're having a good time. All right, folks, we'll talk to you later. This was a lot. We got a lot of content today, so get through that. If there's any more breaking news, you know where to come to see it. Otherwise, have a good one, and we'll see you later. Bye now.